pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Mayor Gerardo Anaya,
Present.
Vice Mayor Luis Galindo,
Present.
Councilmember Jesus Roldan,
Present.
Councilmember Miguel Villalpando,
Present.
Councilmember Juan Castillo,
Present.
Councilmember Marta Gonzalez,
Present.
Councilmember Lorena Delgadillo.
Present.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Moving on, call to the public. Anybody from the public want to address council?
Gabrielle Sanchez.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Mayor. So we're doing the Somerton domestic.
Excuse me, I'm
I have to
sorry.
introduce myself.
Yes, please.
I'm just a
your
little bit
address?
nervous. Gabriela Sanchez. I'm from Catholic Community Services, a safe house, but I also facilitate the Somerton Domestic Violence Task Force. So can I go? Yeah. So we're doing the sexual assault walk April 24th here in Somerton in Bushmasters. So it's a lot of agencies together to do, it's called Denim Day. So for a lot of people that don't know what Denim Day is, it's that it happened, an instructor violated, sexually assaulted, and he was released. He said that she consent because she was wearing tight jeans. So that's it in protest of that. It's saying whatever, it doesn't matter what we wear. We need to be free of sexual abuse, sexual assault, anything from kids to adults to teenage, college students. So if you go, we need your guys' support. Please wear denim, teal shirts. We'll be meeting there. We'll have an awesome presenter on sexual assault and a survivor of sexual assault. So that's,
Thank you.
and I have the,
I'll
Anybody else from the public? There's no one. We have two proclamations. The first one is Administrative Professional Day.
Whereas administrative professionals play an essential role in coordinating the office operations of businesses, nonprofits, government, educational institutions, and other organizations. And whereas the work of administrative professionals today require advanced knowledge and expertise in communications, computer, software, office technology, project management, organization, customer service, and other vital office management responsibilities, and most importantly, have the willingness to learn and accept new challenges. And whereas administrative professionals are vital contributors in today's team-oriented work environment and are key frontline public relations ambassadors for their organizations. And whereas Administrative Professionals Day is observed annually in workplaces around the world to recognize the important contributions of administrative support staff and is sponsored by the International Association of Administrative Professionals. And whereas Administrative Professionals Day serve as a time to salute the valuable contributions of administrative professionals in the city of Somerton and to recognize the singular importance of their work in accomplishing the mission and vision of their workplace, of their place of work. And now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Gerardo Anaya, Mayor of the City of Somerton, proclaim April 24th, 2024 as Administrative Professionals Day in Somerton, Arizona, and encourage all residents to recognize and appreciate their administrative support.
Thank you. I don't have the framed proclamation, so I take it we don't have any groups. Okay. Thank you. Second proclamation, Autism Awareness Month.
Whereas autism, the fastest growing development disability in the United States, affecting more than 3 million people, is an urgent public health crisis that demands a national, state, and local response. And whereas autism is the result of a neurological disorder that affects the normal functioning of the human brain and can affect anyone regardless of race, ethnicity, gender, or socioeconomic background. And whereas symptoms and characteristics of autism may present themselves in a variety of combinations and can result in significant lifelong impairment of an individual's ability to learn, develop healthy interactive behaviors, understand verbal as well as nonverbal communication. And whereas, as the effort to address autism continues, doctors, therapists, and educators can help persons with autism overcome or adjust to its challenges and provide early, accurate diagnosis and the resulting appropriate education, intervention, and therapy that are vital to future growth and development. And whereas all are encouraged to ensure that persons living with autism have access to the lifelong care and services needed to pursue the full measure of personal happiness and achieve their greatest potential. And whereas the City of Somerton is honored to take part of the annual Servants of Autism Awareness Month in the hope that it will lead to a better understanding of this disorder. Now, therefore, I, Gerardo Anaya, Mayor of the City of Somerton, do hereby proclaim April 2024 as Autism Awareness Month and join the nation and other local governments to recognize April as Autism Awareness Month as a symbol of our commitment to creating a culture of disability awareness and inclusion for all members of our community.
We're gonna move on to consent agenda. Item number 2 is a discussion and possible action. Do we need to remove it from consent agenda since it says discussion and possible action, or can it be approved if a member of council?
Mayor, the legal status is that if items are properly noticed for the public to understand the decision that council will be making, it's properly noticed on the agenda. However, you may wish to remove it and we can just take it in as new business just to avoid any confusion, but it is properly noticed to the public.
Does a member of council want to remove item number 2 from consent agenda? Is there a motion?
So moved, Mayor.
So motion by Councilman Roldan, second by Councilman Castillo. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to old business. We have one item, discussion of possible action to approve IGA with Game and Fish Commission to restock council and pond.
James Jones, Parks and Rec Director. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council. The item before you is a renewal of the IGA for Arizona Game and Fish for 5 years, a total of $25,749 over the course of that 5 years. This is annually supply the council park with fish that our residents enjoy. It's an increase from the old IGA, so that's why it's old business.
Any questions or comments? Is there a motion?
So moved, Mayor.
So motion by Vice Mayor Galindo, second by Councilman Roldan. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to new business. The first item is discussion and possible action to award contract to A.S.A.P Smart Construction Solutions with the amount of $73,483.
Mayor and Council, this agenda item before you is to award the RFP bid for the community center restroom remodel to A.S.A.P Smart Contract Solutions LLC. ASA is the lowest responsible bidder at $73,482, and it falls below the budgeted amount of $75,000. We request council approve the project not to exceed $75,000 to provide a small percentage as a contingency. The goal is to complete the project before July this fiscal year.
Any questions or comments?
James, is there any, I mean, how long would it take the construction?
We told them that we wanted it done in June 15th, and they
Okay.
were okay with that timeline.
Do you have any events going on? Quinceañeras, weddings or anything out there that is gonna?
No, I do not believe anything's on the calendar. We blocked it off like about 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
so-
okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I very much need it. You know, every time there's a party going on, always problem with the restrooms and stuff like that, so. Good job.
Yeah, there's no stalls. Yeah. Any other questions or comments? Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion as presented, Mayor, not to exceed the $75,000.
A motion by Councilman Roldan,
Second, Mayor.
second by Vice Mayor Galindo. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 2, discussion and possible action to approve Arizona Special Event License Application, 4th of July, on behalf of Somerton Rotary, July 5th, 2024.
The city of Somerton will be hosting that 4th of July celebration. The event will take place July 5th, 2024 at 6 to 12 a.m. at Council Park in Somerton. Due to Somerton Food Festival being canceled, we're looking to provide the Somerton Rotary with the another opportunity for the event to account because they didn't get the opportunity to work the last one. So we request that you approve this for them to work the 4th of July.
Councilwoman Delgado.
I have a question regarding that. I know that we had given direction to have a protocol or has that been done? Because I haven't seen it.
No, we're actually still working on it. We're gonna, sorry, Mayor, if I may, that we were gonna be providing this. If you do approve this, then what we plan to do is bring it before Mayor and Council before the end of the fiscal year. And so that we would start, starting July 1, send out that RFP or those opportunities for nonprofits locally to be able to, I guess, an opportunity for them to do the beer sales. But what we're doing right now is we're reaching out to other cities that have this in place and kind of looking at how that would work. Because again, the alcohol permits, the special events, you have to have certain insurance. They have to be able to man properly the day of the event. And they have to be a nonprofit because that's that's the only thing that we require. And so we're also looking at James working with the commission. If the commissions are interested, there's certain stipulations we have to explain to the commission if they would want to do that. Because again, if it's the commission and we have city staff, that's not really a fundraiser because we have our staff there. So we're trying to put that all together and have that before, have it to you before the end of the fiscal year, so that moving thereon with Mayor and Council's approval of the different regulations or policy we have in place for that, we would open it up to the nonprofits and groups in our area, like the schools, the different groups, and that would qualify to be able to take out a special events liquor license.
And so the Rotary does have a license, not a license, but insurance.
Oh, yes, they actually, when we do our events, Rotary takes care of everything, cash box, labor. We do not, all we do is we receive the percentage that they've accepted, which is 50% of their profits.
But why would the insurance be required? Isn't the beer garden fall under the umbrella of the event?
No, the alcohol permit, the state alcohol agency requires that from each of the individual nonprofits. Now, in the past, it's fallen under the event because it's been a city event and the city has taken out the alcohol permit. But with this, each individual group would have to take out their own, they would be required to have their own insurance to do this project.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions or comments?
Mayor, I have one question.
Go ahead, Councilman Villalpando.
Okay, is the Rotary Club gonna also provide, the security that's required?
Councilman Villapando, in the past, because they donate 50% of the profit, we usually have worked with them with the security that we have there for the event. But again, if mayor and council choose otherwise, we can add that as part of the requirement for the vendors with the special event alcohol.
At the very least, we should be reimbursed back when after their sales have been completed. I myself don't mind if we pay up front, but I think they should reimburse because it is a cost directly associated with those proceeds.
And we can, if you like, we can extend that and inform them of that.
Yes, Councilman Roldan.
I think, security and everything, but I think they're already donating, especially this group, 50%, of their profit to the city. And it's gonna be vested, I believe, in either Parks and Rec or seniors or anything like that. I think, we have to be careful who we ask for, and if we're gonna do it, again, just, we don't wanna scare also nonprofits come and do, events or participate in that. And because if they don't sell or whatever they do, then now it's coming out of their pocket instead of them, you benefit them. And at the same time, they're benefited our participants, either, teenagers or whoever's participating in Parks and Rec or the seniors from our so just.
Mayor, if I may.
Gonzalez, do you still have a comment?
Yes, Mayor. Quite honestly, I mean, there's really no cost to them whatsoever, except for the application and obviously their time. The city is doing all the promotion. We're doing everything. So there's really no startup costs to them. So again, if we pay up front, which would be, I think the only thing that would probably prevent an organization is having to come up with upfront costs. But since in this case, there's no upfront costs, I think it's really fair and reasonable for us to be reimbursed for those costs.
Any other questions or comments?
I have
Yeah.
just, who's getting the chelada?
That was the
Rotary as well?
Rotary. Yeah, that was something that was agreed upon at the earlier meetings. They weren't, just so Mayor and Council, they didn't have 4th of July. We were gonna start from 4th of July, but because of the cancellation of the event, we wanted to provide them this opportunity because they actually lost money for that event and then again start off. But again, we're still working on that RFP to be able to open it up and for those qualified. And again, people doing the beer sales, they got to be familiar with the alcohol laws, serving and all that. And so we just want to make sure that it's not a liability to the city on the groups that are going to be proposing to work.
Any other questions or comments? No, but we're talking about having a policy for it. I feel that, like you did mention, they were gonna do it, the food festival, it got canceled, and we still don't have a policy on it. And they're probably for us to add the security. I feel that that's something that we can talk about when we do a policy and maybe see how much it costs and see so all the other nonprofits can see how much it is and if it's even worthwhile with, this is probably the only or maybe 1 or 2 city events that would be worthwhile paying security and having everybody. I, like you did mention, I would like to see what other cities have and
mimic that, but they're donating the money back to the seniors or city organizations. So at least until we discuss a policy, I'd be fine with just the have donating the 50%, and then we have that discussion and instead of adding this at the last hour. Any other questions or comments? Is there a motion?
So move, Mayor.
So motion by Councilman Roldan, second by Councilman Castillo. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Discussion of possible action to approve resolution number 2024-0017.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council. In addition to the importance of having the city's fair housing policy outlined in this resolution, this is also a requirement for all applicants submitting for CDBG funds. So if council decides to approve this resolution tonight, we are going to be following the 3 requirements that are on the second page of the resolution. And also we'll be adding this resolution signed to the CDBG packet. Do you have any questions for me?
Any questions or comments? Is there a motion?
So moved, Mayor.
So motion by Vice Mayor Galindo,
Second.
second by Councilman Roldan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Summary of current events.
Mayor, first we have Public Works. Charles?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight, on the Street Division, the Pavement Preservation Program, we're finishing up the crack seal on State Avenue and Federal Avenue. Cesar Chavez will get the same Craftco seal and some potholes that we'll be filling in to prepare for the Type 2 latex modified slurry. This past week on Thursday, there was a citywide Department of Corrections inmate training for all Public Works and Parks and Rec staff. If you've noticed in the Water Division, the Paso Robles has completed all the welding of the tank itself. We're doing some welding inspections, and they'll be beginning to start the painting, the piping, and all that stuff to get it ready for the production of water or for the storage of water. On the wastewater side, the digester 2 has almost completed a maintenance finished with it. We had a couple bad diffusers in there. We're in the process of replacing them. As soon as we finish the maintenance on number 2, we will be going to number 1 to schedule maintenance for that. Thank you.
Next, we have Parks and Rec, Mr. Jones.
Good evening again, Mayor and Council. Parks and Rec had hosted their boxing match on April 6th. We had 8 fights. Unfortunately, 8 fights were canceled due to boxing not either making weight or showing up for the event. We are hosting the annual Arbor Day tree planting event this Thursday, April 18th at 9 a.m. We're planning on at Joe Munoz Park. The plan is to plant 10 to 12 trees, which are donated by APS, Housing American Corporation, and Venezuela Tree and Lawn Care. And lastly, our flag football season started. We have 130 kids signed up, and that composes of 14 teams. Thank you.
That's all we have, Mayor.
Councilman Villalpando,
I don't have anything, Mayor. Thank you.
Councilwoman Gonzalez.
Yes, I was able to attend the boxing tournament. I thought it was a really good turnout compared to was it last year or the year before? I don't even remember when we had that first one, but there was a really good turnout. Unfortunately, like James says that, there was a lot of kids looking forward to, going on into their match, but unfortunately rules are rules and yeah, safety is first. So, but it was a really good event. Congratulations on that. And that's it.
Councilman Castillo,
I have nothing, Mayor.
Councilwoman Delgadillo,
I have nothing, Mayor. Thank you.
Councilman Roldan.
Mayor, there was the Wake Up Regional Council on Aging meeting today, and I called the way to let them know that the RFP that they submitted for the meals they provide to the seniors, it was approved. So congratulations to that grant that it was. So
Vice Mayor Galindo.
I don't have nothing, Mayor, thank you.
We had GYDC meeting last Thursday, was canceled, lack of quorum. Also had a forefronted meeting, and the new, what's his title, officer or a chief operating?
Operation Director.
Oh, director, yeah. Remy, Bing Martinez, he's from Sonora, doctor from Sonora. He's gonna be leading the organization. And want to thank staff for putting organizing the dinner for the commissioners. It was good food, and I think everybody had a great time until maybe a third, then a wind started, but it was nice, and I think everybody enjoyed it. And that's all. It's 7:25, meetings adjourned.
Porque qué pena, porque ahí oyó todo, acá, porque oyó todo.